this is Pam with this Southern Girls Gardening. I wanted to do a quick video to show you the fruit trees that I have growing in containers. Most of my trees are here. Now, as you can see, they're all grouped together now, but they will not stay that way. I have them grouped together here because most of them are not producing yet. I expect several of them to begin producing next year, so I don't have to worry about cross-pollination right now. But so I do have them here temporarily until I decide where I want to permanently place the containers. I actually did have some of these fruit trees did begin to bear fruit this year. This is my first year with most of them, second year with a few of them. However, we had a very bad storm several weeks ago, and the storm knocked all of the fruit off of the trees. So I want to start here. This is an orange tree. And this is actually, if we look at the tag, this is a red navel orange tree. Every fruit tree you see here I purchased on clearance at Lowe's. So if you need fruit trees, don't buy them when they initially come in stock. Wait until around May, at least in my area around May, they're going to go 50% off. So you can get plenty more trees, half the price. But this is an orange tree. See the container here. Next to the orange tree, I have a satsuma tree. Here in Louisiana, satsumas are extremely popular and they are very productive plants. This satsuma tree is one of those trees that did have satsumas growing until the storm knocked the satsumas off. Now this tree I did not get on clearance because satsumas here do not go on sale. They are pretty much fixed at a certain price, and that price is not going to change because satsuma trees are the trees of Louisiana when it comes to citrus, so you will never find these on sale. Here I have a peach tree. This peach tree also had there were about 6 peaches that had began to grow on this tree. This is my second year with the tree, and I did have 6 peaches that began to grow. Again, the storm knocked the peaches off. And this type of tree, this is a Florida peach tree. This tree is self-pollinating, so I do not need another peach tree in order to pollinate it. So this is self-pollinating. The satsuma tree does not need a pollinator. The orange tree does not need a pollinator. Here I have a grapefruit tree. It's kind of bare. Took a beating in a lot of the bad weather we've been having here. But this is a ruby red grapefruit tree. Ruby red. You can see the container it's planted in. This tree is self-pollinating as well. Here I have a kumquat tree. Kumquat tree. It's a Miwa kumquat. And this tree, luckily, at the time that storm came several weeks ago, I did not have blooms yet. This is usually one of the later trees to bloom because these kumquats are usually not ready until late winter. But if you see here, I have kumquats growing on the tree. I'm so excited about that. This is my second year with this tree. I had a handful of kumquats last year, not too many, but I do have some growing this year. I'm very excited about that. So that's a kumquat tree. So let me go, well, in fact, before I go on the other side, let me show you here. I have a little strawberry patch here. I've not had a single strawberry this year because the squirrels have taken them all. Even when I covered them with netting, they still got under the netting and took them. So I will be transplanting those strawberry plants into a large container soon, probably within the next day or so, if the rain holds up, so that I can hopefully better protect them. Here in the containers here, I have 1, 2, these are Japanese plum trees. And these trees I actually did not purchase from Lowe's. I got them from my neighbor. She has a very large tree in her yard, and she took cutlings from the tree and she planted them, and they rooted, and she gave 2 of them to me. I'm very thankful to her for them. I know it'll take much longer before I have fruit from these trees, but they're here, and I'm going to take care of them until I get fruit. Here I have a Bruce plum tree and a gold plum tree. Now I have 2 plum trees because the plum trees are not self-pollinating. They do need a pollinator. So the Bruce plum and the gold plum do pollinate each other. As you can see, there aren't too many leaves on this. They're not the best looking. These again were purchased on clearance at Lowe's, so I'm going to be taking care of these to get these trees full of beautiful leaves. And you can see a lot of the leaves are brown, but they were still worth the price. So I'm going to be taking care of these to get them in excellent shape in order to be ready to produce plums. Now you can kind of see, I'm going to try to go around here. I have 2 pear trees here. Again, these pear trees are on clearance also, and they need some babying as well. Here is a Kiefer pear, and then here I have a Florida home pear tree. Both of these trees complement each other. They will cross-pollinate. So I do have 2 pear trees and 2 plum trees to help with the pollination, to pollinate each other so that those fruit will bear. The pear trees and the plum trees are the only trees I purchased on clearance that need some babying because they're not in the best of shape. Here I have a Meyer lemon tree. And this lemon tree actually had a few lemons blooming when I purchased it. And if you can see, they took and they held, and I have lemons growing. Look at that. This is my first year with this tree, so I'm excited. There's actually, let's count them, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 exact, 10, wait, that's not it, 10 11 12 13 14. There are 14 lemons growing on my Meyer lemon tree, so I'm very excited about that. And then if we come here, I have a lime tree. This is a key lime tree. This is my second year with the key lime tree, and if you look here, I have some key limes growing. Now the squirrels did come in and they took a few of my limes off. I'm not happy about that, especially considering the fact that they bit a hole in it and threw the lime on the ground because they didn't like them. But I do have limes growing on my tree. You can see a cucumber vine here that kind of grew and entangled itself in the tree, and I'm just going to leave it alone and let it grow. So that's my lime tree, and I'm going to quickly walk over to the other side to show you. Oh, here's a fig tree. It hasn't really grown too much this year. I did have a few figs growing. The squirrels took them off. I'm not going to stress about it that much because I really didn't expect too many figs this year from that tree. I'm just kind of babying it to get it to growing. And that's another tree I purchased on clearance at Lowe's. Hey, Lowe's clearance, you get some great deals. Check them out. Here's a blueberry bush in a container. I've had this blueberry bush for about 3 years now. And this tree here I've had for about 2 years now. So, and they both are very productive. I get blueberries each year from these trees. And then on this side, I have a muscadine vine that I am allowing to grow up. You can see it's growing up. And here I have a grapevine that I've planted and I'm allowing it to grow up. So in addition to this vine, I also have the vine I did a video on that is growing upright against the metal pole. So I'm going to come back over. I'm going to show you guys 2 more things and I'll be done. Here are 2 blueberry bushes I purchased on clearance at Lowe's. So I just need to get these bushes transplanted in a permanent location. So it is possible to grow fruit trees in containers. I will constantly give you updates and let you know how these trees are doing, especially when they begin to bear fruit next year.